championship game. Off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
This one taken just inside the 10.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing to start the drive. Drummond. And his first look is incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Back to throw. Drummond. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first-quarter grab here.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only 2 rookies to win 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. That would give to Madison, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Now play number 7 in this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Drummond.
They'll get this underneath to Madison.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So 8 yards on the completion there. On 4th down, Drummond. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Here's Madison running left. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On the handoff, it's Madison. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Got an open man finding Jefferson. He's going to have the first down and then some. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Texans are on the board first here in this division round matchup. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Mahomes now to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Mahomes looks to throw on third down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Edwards-Helaire on the counter. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. Throwing now is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans will take over here just shy of the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
This goes out wide from Madison. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Off-play action. Drummond. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
He's got the first down and more.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Looking to throw. Drummond. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance.
And Charles, his name etched in the NFL record books. Just the 2nd field goal ever made from 66 yards as he ties Justin Tucker's NFL record.
And everything had to go right for that field goal to be converted. The snap, the hold, the protection, all had to be perfect. No wind working against you, and he nails that one. Congratulations on an incredible kick.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They go play fake. Mahomes. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Barnes. On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. On 1st down, Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
Now, I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there, but sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Here's Madison running on 1st down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. This is taken at the 23. Good move at the 30. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Texans will take over. Throwing to start the drive. Drummond. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. On second down, this is Madison. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back to the ground on first down. Here's Madison. Down to the 42, second down. Second down at 6 now from the 42. Another carry now for Madison. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 36. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Throwing on first down. Drummond. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Back to throw. Drummond.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 14. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Back to throw again. Throw complete right side to Cooks. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with third and 1. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Brevin Jordan from 4 yards out. And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 36, Mahomes. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Now Mahomes, and this one too low. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll find Smith-Schuster, that's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And again, it's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Nifty move. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And that'll be off off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This fourth and final matchup on this divisional round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's AFC divisional round game. And it was the LA Chargers who will continue on in the playoffs as they were able to eliminate the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3.
And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
And a dangerous throw there. Nearly intercepted on the sideline, but it's incomplete.
On play action, it's Mahomes.
He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Now Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Derek Stingley picks it.
And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Bass on for the extra point.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd down and 4, Mahomes. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Now here's Mahomes.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
And the Texans will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Throwing to start the drive. Drummond got his man complete over the middle. It's Jordan.
The first down pass. Complete to Jordan. It's a gain of 5. Brings up
To throw on second down. Drummond, he gets it to Cooks.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
On first down, Drummond. There again is Cooks, complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
complete to Brandon Cooks. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Chiefs 38-yard line.
They'll go Madison up the middle. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
And he is going to have a Texans first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Here's a give to Madison running right. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Going to run with Madison again. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Drummond
To Jefferson on the slant.
Touchdown, Texans.
Justin Jefferson.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Texans continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, well, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go, and that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now Edwards-Helaire
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line.
He was brought down by Garrett Stingley. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 6.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the 1st quarter, good 2nd quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor.
Well, those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the 4th quarter upcoming Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, his Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats?
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. I don't know, they're just looking good on all sides. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Nick Bolton.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick-6 on the other side, and now they get a pick-6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match the opposition's pick-6 from earlier in this game?
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
And now out comes Houston. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he whips that one incomplete there. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Drummond. And that is incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. KC's offense ready to take over. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling.
And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Mahomes now to throw.
throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get that to Edwards-Helaire out of the backfield.
And that'll bring up second down.
He was covered by Patrick Queen.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes.
Going across the middle, and Valdez-Scantling has it.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 43. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Second down at 7.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Mahomes to throw once more. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. Edwards-Helaire diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. They'll start on the ground with Madison. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. Here's Madison getting it again on 2nd.
Shifts by him and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
66 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Drummond. Now they go screen. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Touchdown, Houston.
Justin Jefferson.
Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Texans are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense set to go. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
And it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to their hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game. Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw into the hands here of Hardman. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. That is incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now it's Mahomes again. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought it down at the 41. No reason not to try it there. And they do indeed convert on 4th.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball's moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the first down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he'll just get rid of it. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. And again, it's Mahomes. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. To throw again on 2nd down, Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. It's Barnes. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The Texans here on 3rd down putting an extra defender in the secondary. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes, the tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And now they're in the hurry-up. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Juju Smith-Schuster from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now the try here for the point after. And the lead will be cut down to 14. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Juju Smith-Schuster. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Houston set to take over. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Draw play, Madison, and he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now a give to Madison. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. Looking to throw. Drummond. Flushed out right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. Pass complete to Edwards-Helaire. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Mahomes. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Mahomes will throw. And he is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Now the try here for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Juju Smith-Schuster. 25 seconds to go. They must recover if they're going to have any chance. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they fell. And the Texans are moving on as we say so long, everybody.
Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And rightly so. He's been the big story leading up to this AFC Championship game because, as we all know, no rookie's ever won a Super Bowl as a starting quarterback. Heck, no rookie's ever started a Super Bowl. So he's trying to rewrite the history books here, and if he wins this one, he'll get his own book.
On 1st and 10, Drummond. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
A nice throw there. And this is a quarterback, you remember, looking to do what no other rookie has done, and that's lead his team into the Super Bowl.
And now you've made me go back down memory lane a little bit because we have had a few guys come close. Think about Patrick Mahomes in 2018. Second year in the league, but his first as a full-time starter. I go back to 2000 with the Vikings and Dante Culpepper. Also his first year as a starter. But this would be something I think would be very noteworthy.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
First carry now for Alexander Madison. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. To throw on third down, Drummond. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on it. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, and he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10.
Trubisky's throw there complete to Allen.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Looking to throw again on second down. Trubisky.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Now it's Trubisky. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack, but that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Running from the shotgun with Madison. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. There's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Running on first down, Eckler. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That good for 22 and a first down. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because, you know, all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
It's first and goal, a chance for the first points of this AFC title bout. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Eckler. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Here's Trubisky to throw. And that is incomplete. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by McManus is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, first and 10. Now Trubisky. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Whitaker. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
It's a gain of 6.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Man open left side, it's Williams. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
A 7-yard pickup.
Throwing again on second down. Trubisky, he'll get this to Eckler. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Trubisky. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. Calling a gain of 7, and it gives him a new set of downs. Throwing here, Trubisky. Rolling to his left. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Mitchell Trubisky, a 3-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On the handoff, it's Madison. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
And in the run-up to this championship game, so much was made about how would this offense hold up on the road in a hostile environment. Well, that's not the definitive answer, but what a great first answer from them, that big play right there.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Back to throw again. He's got some room to operate. Touchdown! From 17 yards out. And the Texans have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 and 10-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the 1st at the 29. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and they will take over 1st and 10. And here comes the Texans now. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Throwing on first down. Drummond. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Back to throw. Drummond. Justin Jefferson bringing in the slant. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in.
To throw on 2nd down. Drummond. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Drummond. There again is Cooks, complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Drummond. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. They'll look to throw again. Forced out to his left. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of the rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
The kick by Bass is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Here's Trubisky. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. They go play action. Trubisky. Williams brings it in. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The Chargers first down. 1st and 10.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Trubisky to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Now back to throw. And he's going to go down again. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. Here's Rigoberto Sanchez on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Here's Madison running on first down. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Another carry now for Madison. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. On 3rd down, Drummond. And that will be incomplete. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 37. They started on the ground with Eckler, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively. Trubisky will throw. And that's into the hands of Eckler. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Texans are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10, you're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3? Now a throw here to his running back. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now, the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. From the 30 on 2nd down, Trubisky. It's Williams on the catch. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On first down, Trubisky. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he floated one out there incomplete. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home.
Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it.
But first, time to look ahead to the NFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well. And it's going to be one heck of a battle, that's for sure.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Throw left side complete. That's Whitaker. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. To throw again on second down. Trubisky over the middle complete. It's Whitaker. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throw left side, take it in by McKinney. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. From the 38, Trubisky. All in all, no gain on the play. They bring up third.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down and 5.
Now Trubisky. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Throwing to start the drive. Drummond. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Off the bootleg. Drummond. This goes out wide from Madison. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Looking to throw on second down. Drummond. And Cooks hands it over the middle. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Drummond. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw. Drummond. Touchdown, Texans. Alexander Madison from 17 yards out. And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top two options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through three. That was impressive.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. That's complete to Whitaker. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing here, Trubisky. That is caught. It's Williams. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
He was defended by Derek Stingley.
Again, it's Trubisky. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 6.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. He's got McKinney complete to his tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's another Chargers first down.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Being chased out left. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Trubisky. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down, Eckler. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now it's Trubisky. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
A 50-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun. Drummond looking for the out route here, and he's got Cooks. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll go Madison up the middle. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Drummond. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Looking to throw. Drummond. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, we're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this to the 35, good for a gain of 5. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Back to throw again. Steps away to his left. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 25-yard line. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Madison. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Drummond. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. The kick by Bass is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession, gigantic. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Trubisky's throw going into the hands of Williams. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
A gain of 7. It's 4th down.
Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. The Texans, they are going to the Super Bowl as we sign off and say
the home of the Super Bowl. And this historic...
It's finally time for the main event here in 2025. Away we go in Super Bowl 59. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be piloted by their veteran quarterback standing 6'4". It's Ryan Tannehill.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
Tannehill to throw on the first play. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of the Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Tannehill. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. On the move past the 40. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. Here's Tannehill. Dalvin Cook now catches on back-to-back plays. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's second down. Tannehill throwing again. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now Tannehill. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. No question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. Nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Cook. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Again, it's Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And he spoke very eloquently and passionately on media day about what a victory here would mean for him. He knows this just isn't any other game. This is the kind of game that stays with you for a lifetime. If there's anyone on this field tonight who's most ready for this moment, I think it's this man right here.
They'll start on the ground with Madison.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Drummond.
This goes out wide from Madison.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
Blake Gillikin on a punt here as he'll send this one away.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
Here's Tannehill. And his throw here's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw, Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
Fielded at about the 28. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And the Texans will take over.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a 1st down now, playing behind the sticks.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. Drummond. And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether it's seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. And he wisely will throw that one away. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Tannehill. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 3 catches for him now in this first quarter of the Super Bowl.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Off play action, Tannehill. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Tannehill now to throw. That's taken in by Callaway. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Tannehill. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Draw play, Madison. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. To throw on 2nd down, Drummond. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. On 2nd down and 4, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Tannehill. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. A gain of 3, 2nd down. They run it again with Cook. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Throwing to start the drive. Drummond. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety.
Partner, you got to check this out because while they rightly congregate around the guy who just made the play on field, take a look at the sideline because they all went over to congratulate their punter because they remember it was his kick that set them up so close to the end zone and gave them an opportunity to get the safety that we just saw to add to their lead. That's teamwork right there. Full complimentary football, and they got it done.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Vikings head out to take over once again. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. 3rd and long, it's Tannehill. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake. Drummond. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to, and he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handle winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win. I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Justin Jefferson bringing in the slam. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here.
So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
Holding offense.
Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson.
From the 10-yard line, here's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Drummond. He's got it. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again.
He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they'll get him down short of the 1st down, right on the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing to start the drive. Drummond. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. On the move past the 40. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 51 yards rushing for him now in the 1st half of this Super Bowl.
Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here, because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has the 2 defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off.
The 30. 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick 6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick 6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that would pretty much seal the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick 6, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison of the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man yards.
You recall them all. What a play here. Another pick six in the Super Bowl. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl.
On 3rd down, they run with Madison, and he'll get this one up to the 26. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And now out comes Minnesota. They'll begin with much more advantageous starting field position than they did on their last drive as they come up here 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD.
Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that trims the lead down to 9. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Tannehill. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill, and he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Oh, good move. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5.
This offense returns to the fold along with running back Alexander Madison.
And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. Daniil Hunter bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
And that's his 3rd sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ealy, 3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl 50.
All those sacks, they've only been an official record since Super Bowl 17. I know it's believed that L.C. Greenwood unofficially had 4 way back in Super Bowl 10.
Wearing those golden high tops as well.
And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Tannehill on first down. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the 27, Tannehill. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight.
Of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. From the gun on third down, Drummond. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Going to be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, first and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. Now Tannehill. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is brought in at the 21. And it goes a 42, making a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return.
And the Texans will take over.
Here's Madison running on first down.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Looking to throw on second down. Drummond.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Drummond. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And, oh, he's just going to be short here. Maybe by a half a foot. It's a quarterback sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before. Looking to throw. Drummond.
Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Drummond. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give to Madison. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Drummond. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Texans have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is down to 2. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. They start the drive with Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9. Tannehill. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Holding. Offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Cook following the penalty. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down. They'll try the middle with Cook. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. From the 50, it's Tannehill. Looking sideline, incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They forced a punt on the 1st drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a 1st.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation, and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Madison. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 79 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Drummond. And he is going to lose yardage here. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. To throw on 2nd down. Drummond. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot, so what can they do to get closer now on 3rd down? Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the 4th and final quarter. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st down, Drummond. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Back to throw again. Launch a screen pass. That's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Buying time to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The kick by Bass is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there, a big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to bring it out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And now out comes Houston. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game. Fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Drummond. And that's complete to Cooks. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. On 3rd down, Drummond. And he fires one, but incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. On 2nd and inches, Tannehill. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. 3rd down, here's a run by Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Throwing to start the drive. Drummond. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll go Madison up the middle. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw. Drummond. He gets it to Cooks. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Madison. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. From Viking territory now, they'll come on 1st and 10 at the 46. Operating from the gun, Drummond. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Here's a give to Madison running right. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. On 1st and 10, Drummond. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll run with Madison. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. They'll try to run with Madison. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Alexander Madison, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Texans get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Important extra point up and through, and it will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. And they have to have a touchdown to level this Super Bowl as they come up on first down.
That's complete. It's Cook.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Now Tannehill. It's complete. Lazard.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Here's Tannehill.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Throwing Tannehill.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. Tannehill to throw.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Tannehill. And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on fourth down.
Lets it fly for Thielen.
Well, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
And the Lone Star State has a new champion. It's the Houston Texans, kings of the Super Bowl. For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.